Hello and welcome to the Embroidered Elephant channel. My name is Kim and today I am going to be doing a kit review. So a little while ago, a few weeks ago, I went to a local fair in my village and they were selling things secondhand. So I bought this kit for around £1. It is the Pocket Pals Pete the Bunny and it is by the Knitty Critters. Now I have done one of these kits before, the Knitty Critters. That is the kit that I bought to do the hippo with a little while ago, around sort of Christmas, just afterwards I think. So on the outside it looks quite good. It has everything that it includes here, and I have seen these quite a lot, different Pocket Pals, particularly in TK Maxx and HomeSense. They always seem to be at the end of the aisle with the books and the craft kits. That's where I usually see them. They have all sorts of different ones, Pocket Pals especially, and just Knitty Critters boxes of crochet kits. So I thought it would be interesting to make it and see how long it takes as well. So this is what the back of the package looks like. So it has been opened, but I think everything's in there. So let's have a look. So there is a small bag of condensed stuffing, a ball of cotton yarn. This is Maker Co and it is recycled cotton in this lovely lilac colour. I believe it's around 25 grams, but it doesn't have the weight on here unless I am missing it. It's made in Turkey, 58 meters approximately. Yeah, so it's around 25 grams, it says at the top. They have included this 2.5mm hook, and I will say it seems to be really good quality. It's ergonomic, and I know with other kits that I've had, it's just the plain metal hook, which isn't comfortable at all. Maybe it suits you, but for myself personally, it doesn't. And this is sort of a rubber hook, so better quality really. And then there's this little bag that has black yarn for the facial features, a needle, and it also has a stitch marker as well, which is key. If you've watched any of my other reviews before, you will know that a lot of kits unfortunately don't include a stitch marker, which I find with amigurumi is really essential. You need to know whereabouts you are, especially when you're working in the rounds. And then lastly, one page of instructions that look fairly straightforward. So let's have a look. So if you've watched any of my videos before, you may know that I am trying to read as many books as possible this year. So my plan while I do this is to listen to an audiobook and to try and see whether I can finish it before the end of the audiobook, really have a little bit of a race. So the audiobook I am currently listening to is The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, which is pretty heavy reading. I'm only on chapter 2 and I think there's about 20. So I've got quite a lot of time to finish it, and I don't think that this project will be so difficult that I can't concentrate on what's going on. But my plan is to update you at the end of every chapter if it's not too much. So yeah. On first look, the instructions look pretty clear. I really like how it has a picture of the front and the back, so that you can compare and you can sort of see the position of the tail, the feet, the ears, etc. So you know you have a good guide on where to put them. And that's it really. Wish me luck. Super quick check-in. So I have just finished chapter 3 and I have just finished round 3, just purely coincidence. The first note that I have is that the yarn is very splitty, so I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. Sorry, I haven't managed to get the camera to focus any better. I don't know how well you can see this, but the yarn is very splitty, so there are parts where just loops come up. So around the top you can see, I'm not going to move because otherwise it will unfocus, but you can see little loops coming out. They are just threads from the yarn. You can see here it's splitting as well, and it's not necessarily a problem getting all of the yarn on the hook, but it splits as you're pulling it through, the hoops, so that's difficult. I don't think it matters too much with this. This bunny is just going to be decorational. It's not going to be given to a child or anything like that. There's nothing that could really be of issue, but it's just something to be aware of if you do this yourself. If you do the kit, the yarn splits quite a lot, so that's slightly unfortunate, but what can you do? Just to add, the chapters are around 10 minutes each. So chapter 3 was 10 minutes, so this is 10 minutes work. Chapter 4 is 10 minutes, then 20 minutes. But I just wanted to give you the heads up that the chapters aren't particularly long, so yeah. I am on round number 6 and chapter number 5. Still increasing at the moment, so I am on to chapter 6 and I am on round 12. I'm just about to start. Doing good so far. I'm getting more used to the yarn splitting, but yeah, quite simple so far. It's got 23 rounds for the top, so nearly halfway through. I am on chapter 7 and I have just finished row number 15. So I've got the bum and I'm just about to start I guess this is sort of the middle section. 2 more repeats and then I start decreasing. So I'm hoping that by the end of my chapter I will hopefully be finished the head and the body. This chapter is 27 minutes long, so nearly half an hour, so should be quicker, as well as decreases as well. So hopefully by chapter 8 I will be ready to start the rest of it. I am on chapter 8 now and I haven't finished the body yet, but I'm close. I've got 2 rounds left and I will be finished the body. I think so far I've been crocheting for around about an hour. Obviously I started on chapter 3. I'm just about to go into chapter 8. So getting there. So I've just come to the end of chapter 8. I'm just starting chapter 9 and I've just finished the body. My decreases, I don't know if this is the same as anyone else, they always appear a bit bigger. I can never get them sort of neat enough, but I'm going to make that the bum so that it won't really be seen. Yeah, now I am going to start the next ones. I'll decide what I'm starting next. I think the easiest are the arms. I do 1 round and then just continue. The tail is 2 rounds, so that's really easy. Yeah, I'll see. Might not do it in order. I'm at chapter 10 and I finished the tail, really tiny. And I am on round number 3 of the arm. The reason it's a little bit tricky is because it's only 6 rounds, so it's tricky to turn it inside out, if that makes sense. So you just need to make sure that you're crocheting the right way, otherwise it's really difficult to get it started. But yeah, next chapter is around 10 minutes, so I will be finished the arm by then, as long as it's not too fiddly. 1 arm is done. Now I'm on to chapter number 11. I've left a long tail on this one because obviously I want to be able to sew it onto the body. I forgot to do that here. I left a tail but not a very long one, so hopefully there's enough, but I think just to be on the safe side I'll probably use some separate yarn to crochet it on. But yeah, the arm itself, I'm sure it will look fine. I'm just a bit curious about the length of it and whether I can position it somewhere so that it doesn't look absolutely massive, but that's a problem for after I finish crocheting everything. So I've just finished chapter 11 and I am just finishing the second arm. I've got 4 more rounds of this to go and then I will start the next thing. I'm starting to think that this might be unlikely that I will finish the bunny in the time it takes me to finish the book. So let's see how much longer I've got to go on it. So this chapter is 10 minutes. So I've got over an hour and a half to go if my quick maths is right, which I'm not entirely sure it is. But that should be enough to get quite a lot of it done. The feet only have 8 rounds. Obviously I need to do 2 of those, and then I've got 15 rounds of both of the ears as well, so that should be enough to do it in an hour and a half. I don't know whether I will be able to put everything together in that time, but we shall see. But yeah, so far it's really straightforward, clear instructions. There's nothing I can really add to it. It's just a little bit of fiddly once you start a magic ring and you're sort of building it up but not increasing, just because you need to sort of push the stitches to the right side, if that makes sense. But yeah, apart from that, it's great. I am just starting chapter 13. This is the tip of the ear. I need to do round 3 onwards. And I also finished the arm. Going on to chapter 14 now. This is the ear. I have just got 1 more round to do. Just to flatten it down a little bit. And then, yeah, 1 ear is done and I can start the next one. The ears aren't difficult at all. So that's great. I just need to, again, remember to have quite a long tail so that I can sew it on properly. Maybe I will manage to get this done in time, but I'm on to chapter 15 now. This is the top of ear number 2, and this is the ear that I finished. I'm just about to start chapter 16. I have finished the second ear. Just have the 2 legs to do and then putting it all together. So as I said, the feet are around, well, they're 8 rounds, so let's see if I can do this. The book is so heartbreaking, oh my gosh. If you've ever read The Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, it's just so tear-jerking. It's such an important book, and if you've seen the movie as well, it's amazing. But yeah, the best thing I can say about it is heartbreaking, because it's stuff that's happened. It has happened in the past. Auschwitz, obviously. And yeah, reading it, you just get a massive sense of poor Bruno and poor Shmuel and the circumstances they're in and how difficult it is. So yeah, the book is great. But yeah, 4 more chapters to go and then it is finished. And I know how it ends. But we'll see. We'll see if I can finish it in time. But yes, great book. Recommend it to nearly everyone. The end of chapter 16, and I've just got the little foot done so far. I've got 3 more rounds and the first foot will be done. Finished chapter 17 and I finished the leg or the foot, and I have started the next one. I'm on round 1. 3 chapters left, but they are very, very short, so I would try and get the foot done. I kind of don't want to read the rest because I know exactly how it ends. If you've seen the movie or read the book yourself, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just about to get to that point, and I'm very hesitant to continue, but we'll soldier on. But yes, in terms of the crochet, it's very straightforward. It makes a lot of sense. There's nothing difficult. There's increases, decreases, single crochet. So very straightforward, nothing difficult about it so far. So yeah. Starting chapter 19, it's just at the pivotal point. I've got 3 rounds left of the second foot, and then I just need to sew it all together and add the face. So we'll see how that's going to go. I think I've got under 20 minutes for the last 2 chapters, so I will finish the foot. I'm not sure that I will get everything done though. Maybe I'll be able to get it pinned. But yeah, I am just about to put it together. I have got around 10 minutes left, but just thought I'd show you a before. So you've got the little feet here, obviously the arms, the ears, and the little tail as well. So I'll put those together now. Last chapter, and I am just sewing on. So I need to do the other ear, the 2 arms, the face, and the tail as well, which the last chapter is about 2 minutes long. I won't be able to finish it in that. But so the book is finished. I've just started doing the second ear. I need to attach it, as well as everything I said before. I am just going to listen to something else while I finish it. I'm just going to see how much longer it takes. I think probably 20 minutes, half an hour or so maybe. And then I will be back with you. I am back, and she or he is finished. So this is the finished rabbit. Her arms stick out a little bit awkwardly, but what can you do? The ears aren't perfect, but I think she is pretty cute. And she's got her little tail at the back as well. So I've got my finished rabbit, and it took me 25 minutes to sew everything together afterwards. So I will pop a timestamp of how long it took me at the bottom of this video. But she is finished. So in terms of my closing comments, apart from what I've already said, just to summarise, the yarn split quite a bit, which made it a little bit difficult sometimes. I wouldn't say that that's the best yarn to use for someone who's learning to crochet. Apart from that, it was all positives really. The hook that was included was great. The fact it had a stitch marker as well was really key. It says in the instructions to use a stitch marker, and it's got everything you need. All you need is scissors, which obviously they can't include in every package. As far as I'm aware, it's only around £3.99 to buy at TK Maxx and HomeSense, and I'm sure there's lots of other places you can buy it as well, which I think is a really, really reasonable price, considering that it is mainly single crochets with increases or decreases. I think that this would be a brilliant gift for someone who is learning to crochet, or a gift for yourself, a little treat for yourself, if you are quite new to crochet, or if you just want something a little bit different. I only have a very small bit of yarn left, but there is plenty for if I would have had to have repeated any of the steps, so that wasn't an issue. And in terms of the black yarn as well, I didn't even use half of it to add the features. So all in all, it was a really, really good kit, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who is interested and you're wondering how it was. It was really good. It kept me entertained, very simple. The instructions were clear and concise, and yeah, 10 out of 10. So thank you very much for watching this video. I will be coming back to you with some more crochet content soon, and I have linked the kit below and the audiobook as well for the Boy in the Striped Pyjamas that I was listening to whilst I was completing the crochet bunny, Pete the rabbit. Oh, Pete the Bunny, I've just understood. Peter Rabbit, is it meant to be? Pete the Bunny, yeah, I think it's too much of a coincidence. Unless anyone can think of another reason why it's Pete the Bunny. I think it's Peter Rabbit, but yes. Thank you very much for keeping me company whilst I reviewed this kit and made little Pete Bunny. If you have any questions, please pop them below. And other than that, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.